So speaking of Olympia, right? One of my favorite things at Olympia that when I was attending there, like it was basically watching the press conference. You and
Mhm.
Bob Cicherillo used to host it for a few years. Can you tell me like a most memorable moment that you had at the press conference? Because those are fun. Those are really fun. The way you guys
My most memorable
did those
moment,
interviews, it was fun, man.
yeah, most memorable moment was when I asked. One of them was I remember when I because it's always good when you ask questions. You want to ask the guys questions, and when you talk to them in private, even sometimes I speak to guys before the press conference. Oh, I'm gonna whoop his, and nobody gonna beat me. Like, yeah, good. And then I ask them with the microphone, and then they want to be all, yeah, I'm just looking after myself. I got to beat myself. I was like, you know what I mean? Don't run your mouth, an hour ago and now trying to be all political correct because hey. And I remember when I asked Phil, I said, Phil, who's your biggest competition here today? And he's like, yeah, I'm everybody's competition. Everybody, my. So it's like, everybody's competition. So he doesn't want to really say who he thinks. So I said, Phil, okay, let me ask you a different question. I said, let's say Phil Heath is not in the show tomorrow. Who do you think would win it? And he's like, I think Dexter Jackson. I said, that's your competition. That was a memorable moment because he actually had to agree with me. And then like another one was 2018 when Sean Roden won. Because Sean Roden, you know how Sean Roden is. Sean Roden he doesn't want to trash talk.
Right, but that year he did though, right?
And I told him to do it. I told him to do it because he was already trash talking like a week before on a video he did with Jay Cutler. And I told him backstage before the press conference, I said, Sean, I saw the video. I'm going to talk about it. Don't you even dare to try to talk your way out of this. I said, yeah, but I don't want to. I said, listen, you already said it online. I said, if you in shape, you can back up what you're saying. You better not, don't hold back because I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to call you out. That's exactly what I did. And he opened up. He said exactly what he wanted to say. You know what I mean? And I remember seeing him after the press conference. He was driving with his car with his girl. And he's like, yo, man, I hope I didn't. Oh, man, you did good. If you could back it up, that was perfect. You know what I mean?
Wait, did you tell Kai and Phil to get into it at that press conference when they were yelling at each other?
No. That was
You didn't do that one?
I started it by saying one thing because Kai, the day before, press conference is Thursday. The day before is the check-ins, athletes meetings. So and there's always the Mr. Olympia poster, and everybody has to sign on the poster. So they give away this to the posters go to the VIP ticket holders, right? They get a big signed poster with everybody in the show. And Kai signed it with Mr. Olympia that year. He signed his name. And I brought that up. Because he did it the year before also. And he did it again the day before. And I brought that up to Phil. And he's like, that's when Phil said something. And then when Kai was probably, because Kai was always, not just a nice guy too. And so that was a year, he was very intense. And I loved it. I really did. I loved it. I really loved it. Yeah. And then they're talking about their coaches. And I was like, maybe the coaches should duke it out. Let you guys chill. Yeah. That was good. But you know what? With guys in that state, like a couple of days before the show, the way they are mentally, it's very hard to get something out of them. You know what I mean? So if they don't have respect for you, you can't even ask them anything. You can't try to do an interview with someone. You know what I mean? I think it's very important that you know the guys. You know them. You know what to say and when to say it and how to say it. You know what I mean? Not because they're dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking 100% focused. You don't want to ask stupid questions. You know what I'm saying? Like just questions that doesn't even make sense. What the f you asking me this stupid question for? So that's where people have to understand how to talk to these guys. It's different. It's different if they had a pizza and 2 liters of Coke in their stomach. They weigh ice cream. They weigh different.